Good day. Here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. Pepito has intensified into a typhoon and is growing even stronger as it approaches the country. Pag-asa said Pepito was spotted 630 kilometers east of Giwan, Eastern Samar with maximum sustained winds of 130 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 160 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone warning signal number 2 is raised over the eastern portion of northern Samar and the northern portion of eastern Samar. Signal number 1 is over the rest of northern Samar, the rest of eastern Samar, and Biliran. Pepito may intensify to signal number 5 and cause a moderate to high risk of life-threatening storm surge that will affect southeastern Quezon, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Albay, Sorsogon, northern Masbate including Burias and Ticao Islands, northern Samar, eastern Samar, and northern Biliran. Pepito is moving westward at 30 kilometers per hour and forecast to make landfall in Catanduanes tomorrow evening or on Sunday morning. On the other hand, Ofel weakened this morning into a severe tropical storm as it passed over the Luzon Strait. Ofel was last seen 215 kilometers northwest of Calayan, Cagayan, packing maximum sustained winds of 110 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 135 kilometers per hour. Signal number 2 remains over Batanes while signal number 1 is hoisted over the northern portion of Cagayan, Babuyan Islands, the northern portion of Apayao, and the northern portion of Ilocos Norte. Ofel may briefly exit the northwestern boundary of PAR this afternoon and then move generally northward until tomorrow before re-entering as it turns generally northeastward. Batanes, Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, and Apayao can expect stormy weather due to Ofel, while the rest of Cagayan Valley and the rest of Cordillera will experience rains with gusty winds. The throw of Ofel will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms over the rest of Ilocos region. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Pag-asa meanwhile warns of heavy rainfall over Batanes today until tomorrow Saturday, November 16. From tomorrow to Sunday noon, Catanduanes, Albay, Sorsogon, and northern Samar can expect intense to torrential rains. Heavy to intense rains may fall over eastern Samar, Camarines Sur, and Camarines Norte. Masbate, Leyte, Quezon, Samar, and Biliran may experience moderate to heavy rains. The Office of Civil Defense has ordered 8 of its regional offices to start preemptive evacuations ahead of Typhoon Pepito. The OCD regional offices in Ilocos, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol, and Western and Central Visayas started today evacuating residents before Pepito's effects could be felt by Saturday. They will also take the opportunity to replenish and preposition resources within this time period. OCD Operations Service Director Cesar Idio said local government units, together with concerned agencies, must make sure that evacuation centers and local response units are ready for preemptive evacuation activities. The Ilocos Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said its Emergency Operations Center has raised its alert status to red to anticipate the impact of severe tropical storm Ofel and Typhoon Pepito. It also activated the Charlie Emergency Preparedness and Response Protocol for high-risk situations. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, meanwhile, prepositioned more than 88,000 family food packs and 9,700 non-food items as of Thursday noon. Meanwhile, the Cordillera Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council warned local councils and the public of the worst-case scenario that may be brought by Ofel and Pepito. CDRRMC Chair and Civil Defense Cordillera Director Albert Mogol particularly advised to hold preemptive evacuation and check waterways for signs of a landslide. In Bicol Region, the Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said government agencies are leading response clusters as they prepare for the impact of Pepito. These are the Department of Health, DSWD for Food and Non-Food Items Protection and Evacuation Matters, Department of Information and Communications Technology for Emergency Telecommunications, Police Regional Office 5 for Law and Order, and Joint Task Force Bicolandia for Search, Rescue, and Retrieval Operations. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. vowed to fast-track the completion of key railway projects. He says these developments are essential for the success of the Philippine transport system and the nation's economy. During the opening of the LRT Line 1 Cavite Extension Project worth 77.7 billion pesos in Parañaque City, the President emphasized the importance of utilizing the Public Service Act to remove the 40% limit on foreign investments in railways, a move he believes will attract more foreign capital to the transport sector. He also pointed to the L1CE project as a model for upcoming collaborations between the government and private sector. He claims the hybrid model could act as a template for upcoming investments. The L1CE project is expected to significantly reduce travel time between Baclaran in Pasay City and Bacoor in Cavite, cutting the commute from 1 hour and 10 minutes to just 25 minutes. The project is also expected to serve an additional 300,000 daily commuters in its first year of full operation, as well as ease traffic congestion in Parañaque, Las Piñas, and Bacoor. The recent Social Weather Station survey reveals that nearly half of adult Filipinos are optimistic that their quality of life will improve over the next 12 months. The survey, which was conducted from September 14 to 23, found that 47% of respondents expect their quality of life to improve, while 40% believe it will remain the same. Just 5% said they anticipate it will worsen, while the remaining 8% did not provide a response. The survey also revealed that the net personal optimism score stands at a plus 42, classified as excellent by SWS. This score is nearly identical to the plus 41 recorded in June, reflecting a slight increase from plus 37 in March. The overall stability and optimism was supported by slight gains in Metro Manila and Visayas, while Mindanao saw a small dip. Balanced Luzon, meanwhile, showed a steady score. In Metro Manila, net personal optimism rose by 5 points from plus 40 in June to plus 45 in September. In Balanced Luzon, optimism slightly dipped from plus 49 to plus 48, but the score still remained within the excellent range. In the Visayas, optimism jumped by 4 points from plus 27 to plus 31, moving the region from high to very high optimism. Mindanao, however, saw a 2-point decrease, though it is still registered a very high score of plus 37. The nationwide survey was conducted through face-to-face interviews with 1,500 adults and has a sampling error margin of plus minus 2.5% for national percentages. The Armed Forces of the Philippines have successfully completed the latest regular rotation and reprovisioning mission for troops stationed aboard the BRP Sierra Madre at Ayungin Shoal. In a statement, AFP Public Affairs Office Chief Colonel Cerces Trinidad confirmed that the mission, which took place yesterday, was completed without any incidents. This latest RORE mission follows the successful resupply on September 26, which also proceeded without any complications. Prior to that, the last resupply to Ayungin Shoal occurred on July 27, more than a month after a tense confrontation on June 17. In that incident, Chinese Coast Guard vessels blocked and boarded Filipino ships attempting to deliver supplies. During the altercation, a Filipino sailor was injured, losing a part of his thumb after Chinese forces pointed weapons at the troops involved in the mission. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under Pna News. It's 40 days before Christmas. I'm Wilnard Bacelonia. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.